Happy Wednesday. You are on the Heart of Success show, and I'm your host, Larissa Vakul, and I go live every Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time zone. And here on this show, I share with you my own personal experiences and also, official qualifications and all the tips, methods, tools, and knowledge about how you can create successful life, not only in your professional and business. Let me just get a little higher. Yeah. Not only in your professional life or in business, but also in all areas of your life. Today, I was just wondering about how I am still very fearful of my own potential. How this is my 65th episode of going live and sharing a lot of different information and material and topics with you, but I still feel very fearful. So, am I enough? That's what the question I'm asking myself. And also, why we always have this fear of the self. So, I wanted to elaborate a little bit more on this topic today. I want to share with you my own experiences of how each time when I come live to talk to you, I feel this fearful feeling of being judged or not being loved or maybe not being understood. All of these inner voices that tell me, like, what if they don't like you? What if they judge me? What if they don't agree with what I'm telling here? And this is creating an enormous pain inside. And this is creating the state where that self-judgment, that self-talk of fearing the self is really, really painful, right? So, but the fear of the self comes from, it's a basic fear of, of fearing the self. It also sits behind fearing the life itself and fearing the death. So this is really is the nature that we have, that we keep this fear within ourselves, and also when we fear in others. That's what I'm constantly doing when I'm alive. I'm fearing others because I'm fearing myself. So this is first the fear of the self, and only then we experiencing the fear of everything else outside of us. So why is it? How does this happening? So we all know this deep pain, and I know you know this deep pain. And that pain of the false illusionary fear of yourself, when you basically wall off the parts of yourself that you don't know fully, not accepting and not acknowledging. So this is really what it is. It's like we alienating these parts of ourselves that we don't know and we're not acknowledging and not accepting. So it sits on this. And how can we actually then reach our potential if part of us is actually thrown outside of us and it's not accepted as us? So basically what we do, we, let me just get into the comments. Yeah. So what we actually do, we separating parts of ourselves that we believe are not good enough, or we believe that is bad for some reason. We believe that is something that we not even need to acknowledge by ourselves. Well, this is really is unsuccess. So from this place of separation within ourselves, we cannot create success. We cannot really reach potential. And really, without reaching our full potential and giving from that place of abundance and fullness, we're not free. we keep creating more fear, we keep creating more unsuccess in our life, we keep creating more pain because of that place that we constantly dwelling on, we constantly having association with, like that place of not being enough, right? So, and to actually deal with this self talk, to deal with all these negative thoughts and self judgment of what if they're not gonna to love me, what if they're not gonna to accept me, what if they're not gonna to agree with me or love me or respect me. So we create an ideal self, and that ideal self is always unrealistic. It's not realizable because it is outside of us. So we create that ideal self, and we believe that we kind of keeping ourselves from exposing ourselves truly from that very honest place. I'm here with you right now, and I'm fearing that maybe I will be judged by others, or maybe I will be not agreed, or maybe I would be not loved by others. But I'm choosing to go through this and overcome my fear every week, and I'm showing up for myself because I would like to challenge that fear and just show up for myself and for you, because I have that potential within myself that I would like to share with others and give from that place. So we always also believe that when we challenged by all the problems and things in our life, we believe that we don't really have a choice. We're always on at the crossroad of a good and bad alternative. We don't see the reality on it from different angles, and we only have that two alternative, and that's why we actually separating that place that we internally believe in ourselves that are not good. Well, this is really destructive, and this is really self-sabotaging for your success to reach your full potential and give from that inner reaches of yourself to outside and share with others, right? So when we actually hold on that pain of being not enough, it indicates that we have the wrong and very negative perception of ourselves. So it's not realistic perception of ourselves. It sits and based on that past experiences that probably some time ago we've been experiencing some trauma, some pain, some really judgmental experience, or some painful experiences, right? And that's where we start to judge ourselves, and that's where we start to experience that pain of not being enough. But really exposing yourself and accepting this part of yourself is the way to reach your potential, to actually strengthen your potential. And each time when I have a big dream or big project that I start to create, and I start to dive into the creation of my reality, I have that voice of not being enough. But I go and choose, I go through it. I just choose to overcome this pain of being not enough, and also realizing that these negative thoughts and the self-judgment is only mine. I doubt that that people are actually seeing me in the same light as I'm seeing myself. And this is the first realization that needs to be happening when we self-judging ourselves, when we criticizing ourselves, and when we still keep in these places of believing that there's something really bad in ourselves that we need to pretend. So by creating our ideal self, we basically, wanting to become that ideal self, which is unrealizable, or we pretending to become that ideal self. So by pretending, we never ever gonna to reach our full authentic potential that is so needed right now in the world, that's so needed to be shown and to be shared for the collective and individual healing, right? So, and what I'm experiencing every time that when I'm holding myself within this pain of self-judgment, it's a very, very painful, hard space to be, and it is much more painful than just accept these places and share with everyone. Yes, I am in fear. Yes, I am afraid to showing up, and yes, I just want to share that because most of the time we try to show outside world only the good sides of us, only the achievable realities, only the success, only the good. But alongside with that, we all hold these places within ourselves that we somehow don't want to accept, and we're afraid of it. And what we actually afraid, we're not afraid of these places. What we're afraid more is our full potential. We're afraid more of our inner genius that is wanting to come out and be shared with others, right? So, and it's not only be shared with others, but also this is the road and way for the freedom, for the health, for joy, for all of these things that we really want in our life. So it is hurts to be seen. It hurts to be heard in the places where you don't have that confidence, or where you don't have this very strong potential yet. And it hurts to know that you look at me and possibly maybe judge or not love or whatever it is, and realizing that this is only my thoughts keep me coming every week here and sharing with you myself, right? So it is a short episode today because yes, I'm feeling very vulnerable today. I'm feeling not enough. I'm feeling that I need to go within and have that inner process with myself and gather these pieces together and see how these pieces, all of it, the good, the bad, wherever we judge, uh, get together and help me to create and strengthen my full potential so that I can then, from that abundant place, to give more, to share more, to help more, to guide more people to their own inner potential and to their own inner genius. So I would like to just highlight about 3 points that would possibly help you as well to think about your enoughness, about your power, about your fears as well as the potential, right? So realize and know that all this negative self-judgment and criticizing is only your thoughts. It is your first. It is yours first. And only then you think that others feel and think the same about you. That's a lie. This is really an illusion, right? The second point is that realize that in accordance to the cause and effect law, the more you fear in yourself, the more you create fear. From that fear that of self, the more you create fear of your life, right? And the more you're not successful, the more you're struggling to reach your potential. So realize that the law of cause and effect works perfectly here. And that's the purpose, that we are here to fully realize ourselves with all the pieces that we are, the good, the bad, the ugly, all of these fearful parts that we so ardently try to hide from ourselves and from others, right? So, and the last point is strive to meet these places within yourself. These places hold the gifts that you have. These exact places of the wound, of the traumas, of that fears that you feel not being enough. This is the exact place where you hold your gifts and talents. So unfortunately, there's only way to go through it. Go through that fear and just show up for yourself and say yes to life. Say yes to your dreams. Say yes to any challenging projects that you have, and you have that voice of doubt and that voice of not being enough. Well, say yes. I accept these places, but I am overcoming and I'm still showing for ourselves. So I would like to finalize today my episode, and I really grateful for all of you to keep coming and keep supporting me and keep understanding and keep respecting me and loving me, because I feel that love and pain, that love and respect and support that you are all having within yourself, and you giving it to others. Thank you so much for supporting, and thank you for being with me here. And I will come back next Wednesday at 2 p.m. South Australian time zone. And I would like to put some music for you to enjoy and make a great day. Thank you.